3-4 papers. Not even school have answered so much. It's very good questions are there. How much psychological support is needed in spiritual development? We speak freely about renunciation, detachment, desirelessness, etc. Is not a family-like loving atmosphere needed for inner development? I have seen bachelors in their later life feeling lonely, sad, feeling left out. I know family life is not smooth. It brings in terrible, unresolvable problems of attachment. The only solution is detachment. So too I see the other side where some aspirants who repent. Very difficult question. These are all about the complex prarabdha field. That cannot be, it is all individualistic, first of all. And regarding a loving atmosphere, nothing is guaranteed in this world. Where will you create a loving atmosphere? A magic wand. Let there be a loving atmosphere around me. No. Family-like atmosphere. The aspirant is jumping out of it. Just a romantic imagination. Because there is sorrow in the world. From that, this spiritual quest has come. Nobody compels anyone to take to spiritual life. Only when the time comes, the person seeks, because he finds that whatever he or she is holding is all burning. As Buddha used the word, the house is on fire. Then the person jumps out. A person who jumps out of a AC room alone asks like this: will I get a AC room in Tiruvannamalai? Like that. After coming to spiritual life also, I want a very cozy atmosphere like that. But certainly, till a person becomes mature enough, he needs a very protective atmosphere. A physical protective surrounding is needed for everyone. Like food, staying place, safety, etc. For most of the people it is needed. But psychologically, if you need security, it cannot be guaranteed by anyone. You should not break an egg before it hatches. Otherwise, the embryo will not develop sufficiently. So that should not be done. So, for a yoga sadhana, the person needs support. The problem is people very immaturely come to spiritual life. That is the problem. This is something Bhagavan said once, that we should write a book about Swamitvam. What I feel is what Bhagavan meant is he has seen the worldly life, which he called as sewage. Shakkada in Tamil. He said it is Pal. He called it Pal, wasteland. So he expresses his gratitude to Arunachala saying, You rescued me from that sewage of Arunachala. What else can I give you? What can I give you? He says. Parinil வீழாது ஏழையை காத்து உன் பதத்தில் இருத்தி வைத்தனையே, because it can suck you out of all energy, drain you out of everything. An ignorance filled worldly life. At the same time, this side also, in the spiritual world also, he saw much, all kind of drama, hypocrisy, desire for fame, name, power, and no understanding about the truth, and trying to lead a spiritual life by mere emotion. Bhagavan himself expresses this state like மீகாமன் இல்லாமல் மாகாற்று அலை கலம் in Aksharamanamale, a small raft with which you want to cross the ocean. You do not have a ship, you do not have a good captain, good driver, good guide. And there are so many storms of destiny. What they call ocean, many storms come. Like what will they call? Hurricane, tornado. Like that. Like that in life also many things happen. So the person needs good guidance. So that is very important. So the basic thing is you should not break the egg before it hatches. Don't run into spiritual life out of fantasy. So many imaginary fantasies are there in spiritual life. In Tiruvannamala, many of us know very well, because this is a university. All kind of people come here. From every kind of spiritual sects, they come here. Whether they are Buddhists, whether they are Jains, whether they are Christians, Sufi, all kind of people. So it's a very complex phenomenon. That easy guidance cannot be given. The best guide is you yourself. Don't blame your guru or scripture or anything. I am answering another question also here. Because you choose a wrong guru, you suffer. You should be daring enough to walk out when the time comes. If it doesn't suit you. Simply blaming them won't do. All kind of people will be there in the world. 1 minute you are not alert, awake, in a mobile a call comes, money goes. What is the use of blaming them? They are there for that. And as the Dhamma said, best that call them God. They are there to see the best punya you will get if somebody steals from you. If you give something, mostly they might not be in need. But when they steal, certainly they are in need. So though you are free, in a way that is a great punya. So that is a different thing actually. So we should put a whole responsibility on our own head. Uddhared atmana atmanam. Krishna says, lift yourself by pure intelligence, by the help of scriptures, by the help of guru, and by a good maturity. See, truth is simple, utterly simple, but renunciation is like walking on a razor's edge. This connection with guru, this sadhana, this study of the scriptures, all these things should be done with great alertness. There only they say it is like walking on a razor's edge. Jnanam is, as Bhagavan said, atyanta sulabham. It is your own very nature. You can, but dealing with the body mind, how to live in the world with the jnanam, not going by imagination, but living with truth, not even by conscience. You cannot depend upon conscience also, because conscience might be filled with ignorance. People think I say I live by my conscience. Who knows what your conscience contains? There are people whose religion says kill others, you can go to heaven. Their conscience is very clear when they kill. They don't feel bad about it. Sometimes kill a goat in front of Kali. You don't feel your conscience is pricking. So conscience can say many things. You have to live with the light of truth, not with conscience, not even with conscience. You have to live with the light of truth. Satyameva jayate nanritam. As the Upanishad says, only truth triumphs. You cannot live with all these falsities, imaginations. So the whole responsibility, the moment you put on your head, then a strange power arises from within. Many people, they ask how the Kundalini can be awakened. And there also they get into traps. People claim, we will awaken your Kundalini. Literally, about a few years back, I heard that one person said, I will awaken your Guru, Kundalini from Mooladhara. And you know what he did? With a hammer. In the end of the spine, tuck. So, why should people get into these traps? Because they deserve it. What to say? Some corresponding element was there in me. That is why I navigated to that center. So this is very, very risky. So anything happens, just a fall is not bad. Something wrong is okay, forget it. Now walk. Now pray to Bhagavan. Bhagavan says, Abhichet Suduracharaha. Even if he is the greatest Durachari, a fallen person, Bhajade Mamananya Bhak, seeks me, holds to me, worships me, Sadhureva Samantavyaha. He should be considered as a sadhu, as a saint, as a noble person, as a good devotee. Because Samyak Vyavasito Hisaha, he has taken a great resolve. That alone counts. Doesn't matter what was the past. Past is past. Buried past. Many things have happened in our past birth. We don't remember. So we don't regret. So Atita Ananusandhanam. Don't recollect, contemplate about all these past things. Now surrender to Bhagavan. Hold on to him. If you feel bad, cry to him. Weep to him. Tears will cleanse the mind. Purify you. So that is possible. So, regarding a very safe, good atmosphere, that is not in our hand. The safest atmosphere, safest place that you will find for spiritual practice is, Bhagavata says, a person ran from this place to that place in search of a safe place. Wherever he went, he looked back, he found death chasing him. At last, he found, O Lord, your feet. There he found eternal rest. So the true rest is at the feet of Bhagavan. You hold on to Ishvara, that bhakti. When you have that bhakti, you know he is your father, he is your mother, he is your brother, he is your husband, he is your wife, he is your children, he is your relative. And not only that, he will come to you, he will give you good company, satsanga, good support through many hearts. Then you will find you will come in contact with the Vishwarupa, the cosmic form of the Lord. Through many, many hearts, He will help you. Sarvatah panipadam tat sarvadokshi shiromukam sarvatah shrutimat loke sarvam avartyatishthati. Everywhere you will find His hand. Some hand will come and help you. Everywhere you will find His leg. Somebody will walk for you. Everywhere you will find a compassionate look. His look. Everywhere you will find Him hearing, listening through somebody. This phenomenon you will encounter. You will come in contact with when the time is right. When you are centered, you are lodged in the right center, the harmonious circumference will manifest around you. So this is the truth. So basically, regarding sadhana, don't break the egg before the time comes. That is one thing that we can do. And then, first lesson in spiritual life is detachment. That is the safest advice, not renunciation. Detachment. Wherever you are, whether with wife or children, even today many people say don't unnecessarily interrupt others, interfere with others' affairs, so that you can have good relationship. So detachment is the first step. Then second step is a little more intense medicine, is desirelessness. These two will work. If they are not working, then if God permits, renunciation. Then only renunciation. And renunciation is good only if it happens after realization. Generally it is like that. Generally it is like that. I am telling about absolute renunciation is good generally along with Vidvat Sannyasa. That is what they say, Vidvat Sannyasa. After the knowledge, when the person is ripe, when there is nothing for him to lose, nothing to regret, then as an alankara he can have outer sannyasa. So renunciation is good if it happens after realization. In fact, renunciation is the very nature or sign of realization. The truth brings in renunciation. Because, see, the very nature of the truth is simplicity. The very nature of ignorance is complexity. Ajnana makes life very, very complex. How complex we have made our life, you see, in the name of making it simple. Formerly, people used to go to bank and write and give, and they will give the cash like that. When this computer came, one of our villager, he went to the cashier. And these people, they don't know how to operate with computer. They're doing like this, mouse, doing like this, like this, like this. And this person came back and said, what happened? Nothing happened. Why? He said, instead of a cashier, an astrologer is sitting there doing this. Astrologers, they will put all this chogi, this conch shells. With that, they will do like this. Exactly like moving the mouse. They will do like this to find. So, you try to make it simple, but work has not decreased. More complex. Formerly, they used to go to office by 10 o'clock and come by 4 o'clock. Now it is morning 4 o'clock. More complex. So, every attempt to simplify the life through technology is leading it to more and more into quagmire, it's into complexity. So, renunciation is simplicity. And truth brings in its own way, it brings in renunciation. So another thing is bhakti, as we have said, that alone can provide true loving atmosphere, support. When you feel like that is needed, even for a householder, you should have a center, an altar where Bhagavan is there. And sometimes many Hindu gods you see, people will feel, what kind of God is this? Somebody asked recently about Shiva, Parvati, Ganapati, Murugan, Subramanya, that photo, a family photo of God. Yes, family photo of God. You feel that you and he are one, and he is there, and the strange feeling that a family man gets by doing worship of these things, that Uma Maheshwara Puja, everything, when you have an altar, when they go there, you feel your father is there, your mother is there. The very presence, there is a divine feeling there. So, all that is very important. Bhagavan also tells in one of his Padikam that Arunachala, you are my father, you are my mother. And before I could fall into this wasteland, you pulled me and made me abide in your real nature. Ammayum appanum ahi enai aaki alithu. You molded me. Mahamayin Alkadal Vindiyan Alindidum Mun. Before I could sink into the deep ocean of suffering. Yen manam vanni iluthu un padathil iruthinayal. Powerfully you drew my mind and made it abide in your padam, in your state. Chinmaya Nam Arunachala, O Chinmaya Arunachala, Nin Arul, your grace, Chitram, it is great wonder. So that is it. So that bhakti alone can give you a protective atmosphere. Many people, family, they are not feeling protective, and I find people with son, daughter, everyone ending their life in some old age home, nobody around. Very rich people, everything is there. Very old man, right time they will get food, good room, good facility. Temple is there, puja is there, cinema theatre is there, everything is there inside. But nobody no emotional support. Formerly, deliberately people, I find many people say we are happy there also. They also declare that we are having a good routine, no stress of this relationship, children and their demands and all that problems. We are doing puja, japa, and no strain of cooking also. Happy. So if the person is ready, that helps. Vanaprastha. We call it Vanaprastha ashrama. The person has voluntarily taken such a life of tapasya. There he has all arrangements. Formerly also there were arrangements like this. Now also we are in a circle way, we are coming back to the same thing, that make arrangements for basic necessities and spend your evening of your life in spiritual practice. So that is also good. If the person is ready to do that, it is very good. So, but thinking that my son will give me happiness, my grandson will give me happiness. What happens? So, no human love can satisfy. And ultimately, spiritually, another question also I am answering here, Samadhi alone can satisfy. Samadhi means the joy you are thirsting for from relationships, the joy you are searching for, the joy you felt as mother, the joy you felt as father, the joy you feel as husband or wife or friend. Krishna tells in Gita, Pitahamasya jagataha mata dhata pitamahaha. Vedyam pavitram omkaraha riksama yajuhu evacha gatihi bharta prabhuhu sakshi nivasaha sharanam suhrt prabhava pralayasthanam nidanam bijam avyayam. Very beautiful sloka where he says, I am the refuge, I am your husband, I am your wife, I am your father, I am your mother, I am your friend, I am your relative, I am the only helper. I am there as your own self. Take refuge in me by holding on to Om. So Samadhi alone can make one stay in full feeling of absolute security. See, when the mind is filled with energy, when the intelligence is filled with the knowledge of truth, and when the attention has found its way into the inner temple, where it finds true rest after so many lives of restlessness, so many births after births of restlessness, it truly finds great rest in a strange place, in the heart, where there is profound peace. That is called Samadhi. The knowledge of the self makes him abide there. Not only the knowledge of the self combined with absolute dispassion. Nothing to pull it out, nothing to distract. With that energy, when the mind stays in its own womb, that is the heart, no more comes out, then it finds security, then it finds fulfillment, then it finds true joy, true happiness, contentment. So that is the true way. Then it no more seeks any support from outside. So this is the only way. We think, see, sometimes grihasthas, family people looking at sannyasi, they will think how free he is. The sannyasi, he looks at the family man and thinks he has all people to look him, take care. All these problems are there. These are all called mirage. From distance you look, you find happiness is there. From there you look this side, happiness is here. So happiness is you. That is the great challenge before us. We have to find it in ourselves. If we cannot find it in ourselves, we cannot find it anywhere. We fail. That's all. So this is about that question. Yato mamatma bhavasi tumeva tato na vachyam mama kinchivasti yathata veshtam kurumam tatheva tvam atmanatham ramanam bhajami.